One of the things that is deep in my heart are, one of the things that's very deep in my heart is something that's happening to us in this country that is afflicting a lot of women. And that is women who are married to soldiers who are traumatized from the war, not just in Iraq, not just in Afghanistan, but are still suffering from traumatization from the Vietnam War of decades ago. These men are soldiers, and yes, the beauty of it is they're out there fighting for freedom and human rights and all of the wonderful things we know soldiers do. But the bottom line is they're still trained to fight. And you cannot fight without anger. And you cannot fight without post-traumatic stress. And we all know what's happening. Our soldiers come back here and on a Tuesday morning and they're expected to suddenly be family members and fathers and husbands and go to work on Wednesday morning and, you know, all of this. But they still have that post-traumatic stress. They still have that anger. And how many marriages amongst our military families are collapsing because of these soldiers' anger that they take out on their wives. I think women of soldiers, when we are out there praising the men for what they are doing in the name of freedom and dignity and human rights, women, wives of soldiers need to stand up also and say, I understand you're bringing home energies and energies of anger, but you cannot take it out on me. I'm not the enemy. I am not the enemy. If people don't accept this, then just look at the statistics of divorce and also look at the statistics of suicide of our soldiers. Our soldiers coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan, the suicide rate is so high. Well, you know what? Suicide is violence. And those men are taking that violence out on themselves. Women soldiers coming back who are suffering. They're used to being told what to do, how to do it, when to do it. This isn't sugarcoating anything. You can read all of the studies about women. Right now, are women soldiers who have been raped by men. Do you know rape is an act of violence, but in war, rape is an act of warfare. Just as much as a gun, just as much as a bomb, our women are suffering. You throw a grenade at a woman, to me, it is the same as raping a woman. So this needs to be really addressed. We have here in Reno many soldiers who are suffering from post-traumatic stress. And do you know what? So many of those soldiers are divorced men because they couldn't handle their anger energies. And those wives had to put up with it for a while. And hopefully most of those wives said, enough's enough. But how much did they suffer until they were able to reach the point of enough is enough?